So, hello everyone. I guess it goes without saying that by me standing here, that Noam is a dear friend of mine. So I'd like to take a second to introduce myself to everybody else here. My name is Evan, and when I met Noam, I had a mohawk and Noam a ponytail. So I think it's fair to say we've known each other for quite a while. As someone who's gotten to know Noam, I guess it's my job now to tell everybody else the type of guy Noam is. Noam is the type of person who always makes sure his friends have a warm meal on their plates and their cups are always full, even when it means waking up his mother at ungodly hours. So thank you, Mona, for all the late-night chicken dinners. Noam is the type of person who always says what's on his mind. One time during a science test, Noam raised his hand and asked if he was supposed to be letting the guy next to him read off his test, or if she wanted to stop him. No, Mom, I was sitting on the other side of him. Noam is a determined person, and he always can get his point across. In college, he convinced me to join AE Pi, the National Jewish Fraternity, and when I asked him about the minor detail of me being an Irish Catholic whose last name was McKiernan, he told me in Yiddish, Anish Tehain, Anish Teher. And the fact that I'd known him for so long and could understand, I figured, why not? Noam can also find humor in almost anything and have you chuckling at least a little at any problem with his infectious laughter. I can clearly remember the first time Noam ever mentioned Danielle and how Noam spoke about her as though she was the only other person in the room. He convinced me to come to a Jewish party not long after. I told you he was convincing. Just so he could hang out with her. As soon as Noam and Danielle got together, anybody with the pleasure of knowing these two immediately knew something special had started. These two people, who have since enjoyed each other's company, have shared new adventures as they've traveled and continue to travel throughout the world. They've also taken the time for new experiences. As they teach each other, they also learn. Like how Danielle taught Noam to swim at the pool they belong to. And speaking as someone who once tried to teach Noam to play basketball, my hat's off to you, Danielle. So if what they say is true, communication is the key to marriage. And this shouldn't be too hard, as Noam has always had a lot to say. But we'll always give you the time, no matter how many times whatever you say reminds him of another funny story, to say what's on your mind. Also, continue to trust each other's decisions, because at least one has brought us all here tonight. And Noam, since we've been like brothers for so long, I'll leave you, Noam, and your beautiful new wife, Danielle, with an Irish blessing that is recited at every family gathering of mine. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm on your face. The rains fall softly on the fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.